Hey guys, alright, so here is the last lesson for this unit, and it's going to be a short one too. Yay! We all like it when it's going to be a short lesson. So we're not quite into this yet, so we are going to skip this warm-up section right here, and we're going to move on to this part after it, okay? So we're going to talk about vertex form. So I'm going to highlight this. The vertex form of absolute value function. It's kind of like, you had y equals mx plus b, and then point slope, y minus y1 equals m, parentheses, x minus x1 in geometry. You can write the equation in different ways as different forms. Well, this is another form of how to write some of our absolute value equations. So, written as this, function of x is equal to coefficient a, and then absolute value of x minus h plus k. What does all that stand for? Well, we're about to find out. So if you remember this from geometry, hk, remember hk? It is the center of your circle. So again, it's very similar here with your absolute value equation or graph. It is your vertex. HK is the vertex. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is that you look at H and you say, oh, I just take whatever that number is and that's it. Well, keep in mind that there is a minus there, so you actually have to take the opposite. It does not clearly indicate that, but when you put this number in here, you got to take the opposite of that number, okay, because of the sign. Alright, but k, you don't have to worry about that. If it's positive, it's positive. If it's negative, it's negative. It's clear, okay? But with this, we're going to have to take the opposite if we want to get the center out of it. And the slope is a. I know, right? We're used to seeing m. I guess maybe it's just this company who wants to call it A, but of course we know slope is M. But that's your slope, okay? Doesn't really matter what letter, it's just the placement. And negative A is the slope on the left side, so this is your negative A slope, and this is your A slope. So this tells you, this tells you what your slope is. Okay, let's try it out. So I want you to, it says give the vertex of each inequality and graph. Let's go ahead and give slope too. So the vertex is going to be the opposite of this number and then this number. So the opposite of this number is 2. And then this number is negative 4. So that means your vertex is at negative 4. Let's go ahead and also do slope. So the slope, m, or a, whatever you want to call it, is the number in front of the absolute value. In this case, it's 1 over 1. And I like to put a fraction because, remember, slope is rise over run. And if we're going to just do that on the graph paper without any assistance, it's good to just go ahead and write out what's my rise and my run. So, starting out, 2, negative 4. So go over 2, down 4. It should be right there. So there is the vertex, and I know it's a V graph. And then the slope is 1 over 1. So 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and etc. And then negative. Alright, now let's say you're not really confident, maybe, and you want to make sure. Well, you have Desmos. So let's go ahead and put in Desmos just to be sure. Y equals absolute value of x minus 2 minus 4. X minus 2. Always double check. Make sure that you typed in exactly what's on your paper incorrectly. And let's see, are we good? Yeah, over 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a slope of 1, 1. Yeah, we are looking good. So, finish this out. Look at that. You don't even need the calculator. So vertex form, really nice in this case. Okay? All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do another one. So the vertex will be this number, the opposite of this number after the x, which is -5, comma, this number. No number means it's 0. Then your a, or your slope, is this number, which is 3, or 3 over 1. You go ahead and plot the vertex, which would be right there. Slope is up 3 over 1. Up to the left, up to the right. Or, I said that backwards. Right and left. And, it's hard to draw straight lines with this thing. Anyway, there you go. And boom, just like that. You're graphing absolute value without any calculator, graphing calculator. Cool, huh? Pretty cool. Alright, let's see if we have any tricky things going on here. No, I don't think you got anything tricky here. Alright, well, let's leave it to you then. Everything else is pretty explanatory. However, we are not doing, actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, we're not going to do 7, we're not going to do 8, we're not going to worry about those yet, but we'll do it through 6. Okay, we have an inequality. Yeah, let's do one of these together. Alright, so again, vertex form, the only difference here is we have this, okay? But it's not going to change our process, it's just going to change our graph. Alright, go ahead and try it real quick, see if you can get what the vertex is. Alright, so process is the same. Go ahead and plot your vertex. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down there. Slope is 1 over 1. It's always nice when it's 1 over 1. That's easy. Alright, so to go along with this, now we have to apply our inequality. Thankfully it had an equal bar and I did a solid line, but keep in mind, if that equal bar was missing, it would be a dotted line, okay? That means my whole graph should be a dotted line, okay, or dashed line, whatever you want to call it. Now I have to apply the greater than less than, okay? So this is less than. It says it's less than, so which direction of my absolute value would be less than? Up here or down here? Of course, less than means lower. Less than is lower, so we would shade all of that. All right. So the number 10, of course, will be another one of those. So 10 is going to have the shading. And let's see, I think that's it. Yep, that will be it. Yep, that's something we're going to do later. So go ahead and do these couple problems and pause the video. So starting with 3, 4, 5, 6, and 10. And when you're ready to see the solutions, press play. Okay, here we go. Number 3 and 4. So just the one thing with the slope on number 4, slope is -1, so you go ahead and do a negative slope. And then this is the positive slope, so they just flip. This is number 5 and 6. And number 10. Alright, hopefully you did okay. Yay, done with Unit 3. See you soon.